Hello there and welcome into this video. Our world is really beginning to go through some very intense times. The turbulence, it's really coming to the surface right now. It has been, for the past 4 years, and yet we are right now in this birth canal of something even bigger. This culmination of what we have been going through as this collective humanity for lifetimes even. And it's hard to be here right now, to be a human being and to navigate this very turbulent time. And that's what I want to share in this video for you. What can you do to best move through these energies rather than getting swept by them, being pushed down under the surface or getting tossed around in that surf again and again? My name is Christy Whistler. I am an intuitive, an evolutionary astrologer, and I will be bringing in a little bit of the astrology highlighting these energies. And I'm also a healer. So if you are really struggling right now and you don't understand why the things are happening to you in your life, I really recommend getting your birth chart reading done, because we can see what is it that your soul is drawing to you from these experiences, so you have this opportunity to grow, to change, to step into and to meet these energies. I also offer healing sessions and these oracle intuitive readings. So if astrology isn't your thing, there's still guidance that can come through for you. You'll find all of that below at my website, chrissywhistler.com. And if you haven't been over there yet, I highly encourage you to go sign up for my newsletter. That has been a work in progress, but my intention is to really make this a monthly offering in addition to these videos that I do. So yeah, if you're interested in keeping in touch, please check that out. Just noticing I have this cute little ground squirrel checking things out. Hey Kate, you need to go close that. There's a ground squirrel that's going to get into your food. Look, you left it open. He's going to go in. He's going in. Get over there. You left it open. Go close the lid. Go close the lid on the food. The food. That one. Look down where the chips were. He was checking out the chips.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, could you move that to the shade?
Sure.
Thank you. You should see this little ground squirrel. He's like, oh, I was so close. I almost had it.
It's heavy.
I know. You're almost there. Thank you. I'm also playing and dance with the sun right now. I'm like, oh, the sun's over there. We got to go move the food. Oh, the sun's there. We got to move the food. Anyway, I'm camping right now. If you didn't guess, we are actually in Arizona, in the eastern Arizona part. Enjoying. Now he's coming over this way. Wow. Just went swimming in the lake. We're going to have dinner and then do some more swimming. So that is where I am right now for this Uranus, Mars conjunction in Taurus has already happened today. And I try to take us out into nature for these really big energies because it helps me so much to ground, and also my children, especially Eric. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing right now. And I'm really, I knew that this moment in time would be big. This Mars, Uranus in Taurus, which is this fixed earth. So there's this combination of this need to be expressed. This explosion, eruption, fiery, angry expressions as well. Venus has been opposite to Pluto. So this has to do with relationships with other people, power dynamics with other people. And just, this weekend, just gently and from a distance witnessing what played out at the Republican convention, and when former President Trump was shot at, and there was attempted assassination. So, again, like kind of regardless of any side, it's really even not about side. It's about this moment in time and this energy. I very much was expecting something to happen, which is why I'm here. And it was actually a conversation with a friend who sparked me in this, I should probably share some of these different tips and tools that I've grown and gained and moved through these past few years, and that might help you as well. So, as I said, we are at this point, this real opening of intensity. Fall time, with Pluto moving back into Capricorn, these last few degrees, he's finishing up this underworld journey. All things having to do with Capricorn, which is that authority, top-down authority. Governments, institutions, systems, structures in place. This has to do with our countries and our nations. This has to do with our education systems. So it's been this top-down approach, I know better than you, the boss tells you what to do kind of thing. And where has that gotten off track? Where has that become distorted in our collective humanity and in our own personal lives? So Pluto, 2008, as soon as Pluto went into Capricorn, we had the financial crisis here in the United States, which sent this global ripple effect across the whole world. And so now here we are again. We are completing this 20-year cycle. And Pluto's energy is like, there's other energies involved in this too, like Ceres, for example, but just focusing on Pluto and these other dwarf planet energies are like, there's stuff that needs to be finished, that needs to be seen, to be cleared out of the way so this new can be built. But we can't build the new without seeing the old shit all around us. And that is what all this tumultuous disruption is. It's the need for it to come to the surface, that scraping up at the bottom of the barrel, shining a light into those shadowy, dark places that we really don't want to go as a collective humanity. We must go there. We must see. We must witness in order to heal and in order to build something new again. So that's the soup that we are moving through. And this is this real ignition point that's going to continue through fall and through 2025. It's not going to be easy, which is one of the reasons I really wanted to do this video, to help you to navigate how the heck you do that when it might feel, and it might actually be for you, the world is falling apart. And yet, how can you be okay? How can you move through these potentially traumatic moments? So, all right, as usual, I've got notes to keep myself on track. Okay. So the first suggestion that I will make is to pull back from that greater, bigger story that's taking place. Turn off the news. If you can, get off of social media. Or if you need to be on it, be very aware. What is it that you are consuming? Where is your attention going? Is it going into this place of fear where it's like, oh my gosh, big scary thing. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? How are we going to survive? Like, you know what I mean? Pull back from those things that are going to cause your system, your nervous system, to react in that way. If you are reacting in that way, you're actually not going to help anybody. I mean, speaking for myself, when I'm in that kind of space, I can't even show up and be a good mom because I'm in such an overwhelm with my nervous system. I can't meet my children or my husband in a calm, centered place where I can listen, I can hear, I can assess. When you're stressed, it's like all that ability just gets shut off. So my recommendation really is to pull back if you can, or really limit it. And if you don't limit it, see how it affects your nervous system. If you do go and watch the news, for example, and you turn it off, don't just be unaware of your system and your emotions and what you are now processing. Check in. Are you okay? Are you calm and centered? Or are you in a place of fear? And look at that fear. That fear is coming up to be seen. And that's going to be part of this dance of the witnessing and the acknowledging. But we also don't want to stay stuck there. So, again, I would even say, like, if there are people around you, especially for the United States coming into fall time with our election, if that sets your nervous system into overwhelm and there are people around you that are talking about it, especially if they're family members or loved ones, friends, kindly ask them to not have those conversations around you. And you can tell them, you know what, it makes me really anxious and afraid, and I'm trying to be really centered and grounded and at peace right now, no matter what happens. Can we not talk about that? And then they have that choice to listen to you or to respect your feelings. And then you also have that choice to walk away and to not engage, because you are prioritizing you, your self-care, your nervous system care is going to be so important. So this is also about setting boundaries within yourself and with other people. So kind of segueing into this next energy, it is this tune out what is happening around you and start to tune in. And asking these deeper questions. Why are you really feeling the way that you're feeling? Why is this fear coming up in the way it is? I've had to get very up close and personal with my fears in my path of parenthood, especially when my children were young and I didn't know if they would ever talk. So I had to really do the scary thing, and instead of just letting the fears control my life, I had to look at them. And then I had to be very I can't think of the word, really focused and be like, all right, tell me what you're afraid of. Okay, so what if they never talk? What will that mean? And then it's like I went through this dance. I went through the energies. Oh, you're tired?
Oh, being tired. Hot.
It is hot, huh? Maybe we'll go swimming again.
It's hot.
It is hot. The sun came back out. We need some more clouds. More clouds, please.
Yes, please. But this cloud, but until it's rainy.
We did get a little bit of water.
Yeah.
That's a real blessing when that happens.
Rainy will be nice.
Yeah, it would be
We're
nice.
also in Arizona. The hot state.
So really follow the thread of your fears, to look at them and to ask yourself, is this actually something I need to be afraid of? And if this happens, can I navigate through it? Will I be okay? Even if the worst happens, will I be okay? So that's another recommendation that I have, if that's something that you're interested in. It's really helped me. And I also want to say as well, like this advice is not about not acknowledging what's going on in the world. What I'm talking about is when you are in such a state of fear or anxiety or overwhelm, you're not good to the really bad things that are happening to these other people. If you're caught up in that fear, the best thing that you can do is you. And it is this showing up for yourself and in your life and focusing on that. We are all part of a fractal of each other, of the universe. You know, like go look at the Fibonacci sequence, this mathematical equation, and then go look at flowers. And there's a fractal that exists all over life. And so in your life, you know, you may not be able to stop some war, some trauma, but you focusing on you and doing your little small part and asking this inner question. Sorry, it's hard to focus. Hey, Eric, we can play when I'm done.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I'm doing my video right now. They were playing just fine. I'm like, I think I'm gonna film this video. And you know how that goes. So, where was I? When you focus on you and where you are in your life, your energy, the more that you can come into this place of peace and joy, even for the small little things, or gratitude. Your energy, your frequency is entering into this larger field that we are all part of. It's going into this morphic resonance. So that's what I mean of like, just don't focus on, if you're not able to help and support in any direct way, the other direct thing you can do is you, right here, right now. What are your energies? If you're afraid or you're projecting, maybe this is about judgment, polarization. This is huge right now. And even for myself, I'm constantly having to catch myself and be like, oh, wow, why did I just do that? Oh, our friend the cat's here. And then look in my mirror. Where is that thread of myself that's connected, and what can I do to see it, to grow and to heal through it? So I'm not contributing to the big scary mess and the inability to listen to each other. It's like, ooh, when am I not listening to other people? When am I being in a space of judgment and I know better? And you know what I mean? Like catching myself, that helps so much to aid into this this surfboard ride that we are all doing as a collective right now. I hope that makes sense. And again, this is really about this tuning within. So first off, you need to turn off the news and the outside world and the dramas, the stories, the narratives. Everyone has a different narrative. Everyone's projecting their own story, their own philosophy and singularity beliefs on something. It's really funny. I heard him do that and I could feel that burp coming through. That's interesting. So tuning that off then gives you the space to tune in and to ask some of these deeper questions that I'm really bringing forward. And again, that is where we can make the greatest amount of change and support, is our own inner work and our own lives. And this is bringing in this energy of Ceres and Capricorn. Ceres is about seasons and cycles. What is nourishing, how we might not have been nourished in our own childhood. And Ceres and Capricorn in particular is tuning into all those other energies I mentioned earlier about governments, society, our cultures, our traditions. Have we truly been nourished? And if we haven't, how can we? What is broken in that system? What is missing in the system, in ourselves? And learning to step into and give that to our own selves. Ceres is also about grief. Now, what's interesting with her energy is she was part of the Pluto and Saturn conjunction at 22 degrees Capricorn, January 2020. So right before the pandemic and then everything that happened kicked off, Pluto, Saturn, and Ceres were all right there conjunct at the south node, or the south planetary nodes for Pluto and Saturn, which is in Capricorn. So this is, where am I going with this? This is a deep period of review of these energies, where we have not been supported in this dog-eat-dog world, fight to survive. That's all of that Capricorn distorted energies. Ceres is asking us now, what happened these past 4 years before she comes back to that 22 degree point? She is asking us to review. So if you find yourself actually reflecting back to 2020, it's not a surprise. If those traumas that you might have had to really stuff down, sweep under the rug, are coming to the surface, there's a reason why. And Ceres is trying to help be this midwife, this spiritual midwife, to help us to grow, to grieve first so we can then grow, so we can move from this winter time that many people have been stuck in. Like their lives have just, some of them have just been frozen in place from that trauma, and they haven't moved forward. They're stuck. She's really helping us right now to heal that, to see that, and to move forward into springtime so we can start planting our dreams again, our little seeds, what it is that you are here to do. She's wanting you to plant those. But first, you need to look within. You need to see what in your system is still in that traumatized space, still frozen in time. Now, you might need help with that. And that's totally okay. There are so many different options available. There's so many different therapies that you can seek, healing modalities that are available for you. I'm specializing in a intuitive quantum astrology healing, where we navigate your birth chart, your moment in time, what you're going through, with that stuck energy, however it's come up for you and in your system, and to gently help it move through using heart resonance. Those are just some options, but there are many more out there, and go find what works and feels right for you. Take that time to nourish you. Let's see, what else do I want to say about that? No, I think that part's good. The other thing I want to do is, there is this reviewing of the past, this looking at these frozen bits and parts, these traumas in our systems. We also can't stay in that space. You know, we need to be able to move forward as well. And that's what this North Node in Aries is really guiding us to do, especially with Celestia, a dwarf planet conjunct. She is this higher love vibration. She's all about the higher octave, divine timing, and being able to ride both the psychic and the real storms of our lives, and knowing how to ride that wave, knowing how to ride that divine timing. So, what is it that you are here to do? Especially if you've been stuck and frozen in time. This really is about unthawing your spark for life, your excitement, your desires, and reconnecting to that. And then bringing in this Mars conjunct Uranus right now, like this is really helping to take action. This can be sudden and unexpected insights and downloads where you're like, oh my gosh, I was stuck in this fixed place, Taurus, okay? But now I know what I need to do. Now you have that missing piece, that information, and you can initiate this new direction you're meant to be in, to really shine light on the shadows, or really embracing this Eris and Aries energy is to just turn the damn light on and the shadows are just gone. So again, I hope that bringing in some of this astrology is helping you to sort of see, like, yes, there is a lot of shit that's happening on our world right now, and yes, that shit is going to continue. And it's okay that it is. There is this necessary bringing up to the surface everything that needs to be seen and witnessed, so we can be like, wow, that thing right there is pretty shitty. Let's fix it. This is actually not okay. So instead of it being in the unconscious and hidden from view, now we can see it and be like, no, we're not playing that game anymore. We're going to change things. That's some of that energy of Saturn and Neptune retrograde right now. It's helping us to see this truth. And this can include truth within yourself as well. What it is that you need to see. I'm finishing up, Eric. And so to sort of circle back to what I was speaking about in the beginning, we are all a fractal of each other and of this earth and universe. And so when we heal ourselves, that is going to help heal the collective. 5 more minutes. Maybe less if you don't keep doing that and distracting me. I do hope that makes sense. If not, I encourage you to dive into this this energy of the quantum realm, which is very much what I'm speaking with here. How we are all fractals of each other. We're all part of the whole. You know, that the alpha and the omega at the exact same time. That ending and beginning, or the beginning and the ending. So, we are going through a consciousness upgrade right now. The astrology is very supporting this. The sun and the solar energies we're receiving are supporting this. And as I said, though, we have to see the disharmony in our lives first before we can reach true harmony and true peace. And that's what our world is going through, as well as our personal lives. Again, we're fractal. What's happening in your personal life, chances are it's happening in that bigger world stage. You could be seeing bits and pieces in the relationships and the people around you. So it's taking this higher perspective and vantage point to pull back so you can see this bigger wave of change for what it is, rather than just being in the froth and the foam and getting tossed about. So I do hope that this was helpful for you, to giving you some tools and guidance to navigate these moments and why they're happening. If you are needing extra support, do please reach out. Again, go to my website, offer intuitive readings, astrology readings, and then healing sessions. If you're like, there's this thing, I am sick and tired. I cannot get rid of it. I need help understanding what this is to move it through and witness it. My quantum astrology healing sessions, I highly recommend. So go to my website, contact, reach out, and I can share more about that with you. Thank you as always for being here. Please like this video. If it's helpful, share this with your friends. It helps me so much. And I hope to see you guys back here. And again, like, share your experiences. How are you navigating these moments of trauma and change? And share that with others. So we become this feedback loop of ideas, and also supporting each other and holding our hands out, so we're not doing it alone. And so you don't feel like you're doing it alone, that you are supported and you're with a huge network, a group of consciously minded people like you to bring about the change to create this new earth. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, and bye-bye.